Welcome to DTF Watch This. These are the episodes where we tell you the movies that we like and we recommend to you. So today we're going to be doing Prey. It's one of my favorite franchises, Predator. I have a tattoo down my ribs of this Predator self-destruct sequence. So I'm a fan and I really wanted to do this. So we're going to keep it short and sweet and try not to spoil anything for you because we want you to go enjoy it as well.
Yeah. But I mean, like, who doesn't like Predator movies?
Right.
I remember being in 5th grade watching the first one at my friend's sleepover and just like, wow. Some of the other ones, not so great. But this one?
Honestly, like, I try to pretend the other ones don't exist. I'm a fan of Predator, and I'm a fan of Predator 2, and then the other ones are just okay to me. And a lot of people will have hate for Predator 2, but I don't know. I love it. City Hunter in LA and shows new tools and all that.
Yeah.
And I think Prey just did an awesome job of kind of adhering to the roots of what Predator is, as well as kind of explain it, because in the original ones they don't explain it too much about like the Predator actually being a hunter. So now you get they kind of do, but now you get to see him developing those hunting skills, because we go back 300 years and this is the very first time the Predator has hunted on Earth.
Supposedly. Do we really know?
I mean, I think they did a good job in showing that it was, because the hunting, they start off with smaller animals and then they work up to like hunting like a bear, and then you get into hunting people. And so that's kind of the setting. We're following the Comanche tribe. The main actress there, she's trying to become a hunter because she's trying to break these traditional roles and all that. But man, I don't know. I just feel like this movie was solid all the way around, from the beginning all the way to the end. I think the pacing's good. It's only an hour and a half. Sean Marcus mentioned before that I just seem to be a fan of the hour and a half films. I'm a big Predator fan, but what about you, Sean Marcus? What did you think about the movies?
I really liked it. It's not gritty like the first one. This was more beautifully shot, kind of like Last of the Mohicans, and actually the movie score sounded a lot kind of like Last of the Mohicans, which is, I think, one of the best movie scores ever, except for Tron, the new Tron movie. I think those two are the best movie scores, I think, of all time. But anyways, it was really beautifully shot, so it didn't have quite that grittiness, but man, it was pretty good Predator movie. It starts out kind of slow like the first one, it kind of builds up and then
I think that's what I enjoy about it, is the pacing. Like, we're not just jumping into it's kind of developing the characters a little bit, showing you their motivations, but also showing the Predator learn the terrain and what he's trying to hunt, because he's trying to hunt the most like alpha predator that there is, and that's just what they do. I've seen a lot of complaints about, the Predator's design being a little bit different than the original. I think I was a little critical when I first saw him without the helmet on, but I quickly adjusted and I actually love it.
I follow a lot of or a few comic book artists that do concert posters, which I collect. So I follow them, and they complained a lot about people spoiling what the Predator looked like. And I'm like, I don't consider it a spoiler, because it's like, what he looks like, and so he looks different. Like, everybody looks different. Why would aliens all look the same? I don't get it. Like, they're all
we have different. Yeah, we have different races, ethnicities, and stuff. Yeah. We all like look similar, but also we look different. And so why can't the Predators have that too? And plus, we've seen different Predators in other Predator franchises or the franchise itself, so they all look a little bit different. Predator 2 at the very end, spoiler, it's been a long time since I've been out, they show a variety of different Predators. They all look pretty similar to what you see, but I can understand the argument. But man, he's just tough looking, and he proves that he's tough in this.
Yeah.
New weapons, which I
He's a
loved.
badass. So many cool weapons. Well, you wouldn't call them new because they were old, 300 years old.
But it's cool to see how
New
the
weapons to
technology,
us. Yeah.
yeah, it's the technology obviously evolved with the Predator and stuff. So it was kind of cool that they took their weapons back in time as well.
But still so futuristic.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
you got the classic wrist blades. You got kind of a play on the disc from Predator 2. So they have something similar to that. But man, the club with the detachable handle to make like a sword knife thing like was super awesome and super brutal.
My favorite thing was the net.
Oh yeah,
I love that. I'm not gonna say what it does, but like, man, that net was awesome.
yeah. That I was excited about that too. They actually have the net gun in Predator 2.
But did it do that?
No, this one's
Yeah.
a bit different, man. Like
Yeah.
it looks like it kind of starts to do similar to that in Predator 2, but this is like a completely different net, and it's brutal. It's cool. That's another thing, man. It's like Predator, it just is relentless in this movie, and compared to any other movie, he probably has the highest kill count, I believe, that I've ever seen in a Predator movie. So,
And the cloaking device that the Predator has, I think, is just super cool because it's not like, oh, I'm totally transparent. Like you can see through them, but you can
still see him.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I feel like if you had a cloaking device, that's what it would kind of look like.
Yeah, I mean they do that in the other Predator movies, but I feel like he was a little bit
like
I feel like he was a bit more visible in this one though compared to maybe the other ones. So maybe it could just be the graphics and
it
stuff too.
flickered, like it kind of turned on and off more, I think, than in the future or the present time ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it didn't react as terribly on this one in water as it did on the other ones, but he just might have had more damage in the other ones.
Yeah,
it just flickered a whole lot more.
The other cool thing that I really love about Predator is that like clicking noise that he makes.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I feel like it's a cat's purr, like slowed down or something. I don't know if it's true, like but it just sounds so cool.
I can't remember, but I think I don't think they ever really reveal what it actually is. When I've watched documentaries and stuff on it, it's like one of those like hidden secret things. And when somebody gets to work on a Predator movie, they get to find out.
I got a fun fact for you. Here's a fun fact. Speaking of sound effects, in Star Wars, the pew pew sounds, do you know what those are?
They are stretched out cables.
Yeah.
And they hit them with like a stick or something.
I think they hit it with a wrench or something.
Yeah,
it's like
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds so cool. It's like, man, that's an awesome way to make a sound effect.
Yeah, it's just fun, and like the Predator is like sound is just kind of iconic, and you know what it is, and that's something I really noticed in this movie too. Was it sounds like they expanded so much on his clicking noises and how he talks or like makes his sounds, because there was such a variety in it. It wasn't just the typical Predator like one just like slowed down per clicking thing. There was a lot of more character in it. So I feel like this Predator has a whole lot more character. He takes a whole lot more damage, which to me shows the inexperience of being on Earth and not knowing the type of predators or animals or things that you're going to compete with. Within later movies, it's like they're familiar. It's just like if you go hunt a deer or hunt a bear, you might be a little bit weird at first and you might mess up a lot. So
the other thing I liked about this movie is they made that correlation between human hunter and predator hunter. Like when they were fighting and they were both injured and they were both kind of doing the same thing, like putting their healing potions and treating the wounds, kind of showing that we're both kind of the same when you think about it.
Yeah, they do that a lot with the correlations back and forth with her name's Naru, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, showing her struggles, and she wants to hunt, and so she's learning how to like go through all that. She already knows how to track, which I thought that was another cool thing, is they actually show the Predator tracking, like he picks up stuff and is like looking at what's going on around in order and picking up like tracks and signals that something else is there. And the predator also just doesn't kill if it's not a worthy kill. So they kind of show you that. So it's all about honor and respect and all that stuff.
It always kind of bugs me in movies though when they're like tracking somebody and they look at the footprints and there's always like perfectly, here's a mud pile that we just happen to step in, and like, there's always a patch of mud for them to step in. Where like when you're actually tracking hunting and stuff, they're not.
Oh yeah. And speaking of mud, they have so many nods in this movie that if you have seen any of the other Predator movies, one, they show the mud. What else do I got here? Pay attention to the pistol, because that is from Predator 2. That's not really a major thing in the movie or anything.
I didn't pick up on that. I have to watch Predator 2 again then.
The Predator gifts it to Danny Glover at the end because it's a sign of respect, because he killed the Predator on that. So it's just honor of the hunt. So they don't show how the Predators get that gun, but I'm kind of curious to see. So there's just little nods to that.
Nod to another movie though. When she's stuck in that bog.
Yeah.
Like, did you not have a flashback? Or I don't know if you ever saw it because you're younger than me, but like the Never-Ending Story when Atreyu and his horse gets stuck.
I thought about that so much. I watched the movie twice so far, so that shows how much I enjoyed it as being a Predator fan. But yes, every time I saw that, I was like, man, this looks exactly. It's bringing me Never-Ending Story horse vibes here. Yeah. For sure.
The horse's name? Atreyu was the guy's name. Oh well. Of Predator movies, I would put it in second place.
I would too. You got the first one, original Predator, classic, and then I would go Prey, and then probably Predator 2.
At the bottom, AVP, Alien versus Predator.
Oh, I fell asleep in that movie in the theater.
I remember that there was a scene where like the Predator or the alien kicks him in the head or something, and you see his mask like jostle around. So
I thought I was just tired in that movie in the theater, and then when I bought it later, I fell asleep again. It took me like a week to finish it, and that sucks too because I'm a fan of the comic books, so I know all the AVP stories and all that too. Yeah. And so I think it was just harder for me. And you can't make a PG-13 Alien or Predator movie. Just stop.
Yeah.
Go rated R. Do it like Prey. I can't wait. I hope they have a sequel or something, or that they maintain the quality that they did on Prey. But I think I'm going to leave it there unless you have anything else to add. I say, just go watch it. And again, these are our little short episodes of DTF Watch This. And watch it and come back and comment and tell us what you think. Tell us what you thought about the Predator design, all the weapons, and what was your favorite part. So,
bye everybody.
Peace.